What's good? It's been a while without recording so much videos as I used to. So today I've came here with my siblings who are on the right I have,
Sylvie.
on the left I have,
Stella.
and the name is Shukuru. So today we are going to be talking about two violent musicians, I suppose, allegedly violent musicians, who are Cardi B and Doja Cat. So we're going to start with a story of Cardi B. I think it's last week, where she was performing and she threw a mic onto a fan because the fan spilled the drink onto her. So we're going to give you our thoughts on that topic. We're also going to be talking about another topic of Doja Cat going back and forth with her fans. She disrespected her fans, her supporters, from thick and thin, you know? So let's go.
So I think for the part of Cardi B, I think that she was being lewd.
Yeah.
So much lewd.
Yeah, so true.
If she said that, spill on me some drinks if I start to perform, and even she stand over her words.
Yeah.
It was so mean.
Yeah. So the story is, before she started performing, she told her fans that I think that time she was performing, the air was so hot that her fans would spill onto her drinks, like on her female parts, like the butt and the legs. When one fan spilled the drink onto her face, she went crazy, for real. So, which was a very violent idea of her, you know, because at the moment, I think she's being sued by the fan who she threw the mic onto, because it hit that person.
You know, before I see this viral scandal, I was the biggest fan of this girl, Cardi B. But according to what she has done to this fan, I don't think she was supposed to, I can say, to do this thing. Yeah, maybe she did it and she was offended, but I don't think she would do that thing.
Yeah, I also think that icons, our icons, you know, these superstars are icons of other people. So our icons are supposed to be exemplary. They are supposed to behave, to be on their best behavior in front of the public. So when she did this, I suppose that she did not think twice of how many people were watching her, and what would the mic do to the person she threw it to. Because I suppose that she's not very good at her targets, that she threw the mic exactly to the person who spilled the drink. I suppose that the mic might have even hurt another person, probably. So it's not right, you know.
But also on the other side, I can say that, what if maybe she was drunk and she,
I hear you. I hear you. So,
or maybe she had other problems, like maybe she was not in the mood.
Or maybe you can also say that she's short-tempered. Maybe.
Yeah.
She really is.
Yeah.
She's really short-tempered. Yeah.
And that's not only for her, but many other rappers, they do this. Thanks.
Yeah. So I suppose celebrities are not as they pose onto the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is for every person. Like maybe almost all people. Like you say that you are a saint in front of the camera, but
And backstage, you're harassing people,
yeah.
fighting with people,
Mm-hmm.
like trying to cover your ass. You know, something very funny is when you ask for something and it's given to you, do you think that people are supposed to feel bad for you?
No.
Not really.
Nah, I think she asked for this water.
Yeah, she asked for it.
Then when she got it, she went
She
crazy.
started complaining.
Damn, I don't understand.
Or maybe she was just joking. Like, see the way she was wearing, and you start spilling drinks on her. Ah,
How bad? Because she said that.
no. First of all, see the way she was wearing. She was wearing in a nice one.
Nice dress.
Yeah. And she was looking perfect. So, and the fan just spilled drinks on her. Huh? Look, that stains on her cross.
Oh,
Expensive cross.
Oh, so you mean that?
Maybe she was joking when she said that.
You mean that she went crazy because the fan spilled the drink onto her very expensive dress.
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't think of it as that way.
Or maybe she thought that they will drop some small drops, like splashing small amount of water.
Or maybe she expected someone, not that person, different one. Maybe a rich person, maybe her friend.
You
I
know,
don't think her husband would do that.
something. You know, before this party, another story that was onto the public was that her husband Offset was accusing her of allegedly accusing her of cheating, and they released the song.
Jersey.
Yeah, sometimes I don't understand these celebrities what they do, cause most of them don't have the best behaviors they portray onto the public.
Yes, because of drugs. I think.
Yeah, these guys are bullies. I think when they were still maybe in their high schools or they used to be bullies. Most of them, I suppose, or maybe some of them.
Or maybe they were buried.
Bullied. Damn.
Very too.
And they are trying
Yeah.
to.
So, see, that something can happen to you and you get traumatized. Then you wish that you could do it to another person,
Oh shit.
so as to get revenge or to feel happy. Maybe.
But that's so crazy, you know. If you are bullied by another person, then you come onto the society, then you start bullying other people, like trying to find maybe trying to pay off the debt onto other people. I don't get it. You know, these are not the people you're supposed to be showing your anger. These are the people you're supposed to be socializing with.
Yeah.
You know, because I think that even I mean after high school or after anything that you had that particular situation into, you are supposed to learn from the situation. After learning, you're supposed to be different. You know, the lessons are supposed to change you.
No, but there are two reasons. Maybe you can change in a good way or
Oh,
in
the
a bad way.
So
And say that the world is bad, the world is not good for me, so I must also be bad to show it that I can deal with it. But being good is not good, and maybe you can choose to be bad,
Yeah,
and in that way you will end up burying it. At
I
the
hear you.
place.
I hear you, but the revenge was not supposed to go to the fan. I think the revenge is supposed to go to the person who did the same thing to her, not the fan. If she was very angry, furious during her concert, she would not have said what she said before the party started.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. You know, when these guys, I mean the celebrities, get up to top, they start to abuse their power. They feel like I have reached up to top. I can't be down that easy. So
Yeah, they think that no one can bring them down.
yeah, so I think on this girl Cardi B, maybe on that time she was depressed, or maybe has fatigue, I think, or maybe had something that pushed her to throw
But
that mic
also,
on the
we can
fan.
ask ourselves like, what a depression in only 5 minutes. She said it. If I remember well, she said it when she were on the
On the
stage before she started.
Yeah.
So in 5 minutes or 4 minutes, like
She
in that
changes.
range, she changes eventually.
Yeah, it can happen.
No, that is that is. Or she just wanted,
Attention.
yeah.
Yeah, probably she
Mhm.
was seeking attention. But
But the reason why I think that she got mad is because of her dress, expensive dress.
the
And like,
designer dress.
yeah.
Yeah, it was expensive though. She looked nice.
Or
Yeah.
maybe that person had conflicts with her.
But it's a fun. It's a fun though.
Like the way she
They don't know
looked,
each other.
the way she looked at that fan, like with bad face.
She wanted to kill the fan. Damn. I think if the security wasn't there, she would have fought with the fan.
Mm.
But that's so crazy.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to do.
So another story, as I was saying, this girl Doja Cat, you know her, she's very famous. So she also had a situation where she went on disrespecting her fans. You know, I think also, if I remember very well, it's also in the last week. You know, the last week was very, very, very interesting. So she there was this one fan who asked her if she would say she loved her fans as she always said on the stage. Then she replied and said that I don't, because I don't know y'all. She said that she doesn't love her fans because she doesn't know them. Then another fan said, how could you say that? I don't remember the exact words, but I can I remember the message, how it went like this. This person said that how could Doja Cat say all those words, that she doesn't love her fans when they have been there for her through thick and thin. Then she also replied, they went back and forth, which I don't understand. You know, she considering where she is now at the moment, I think that whoever you can be, wherever you would be, it's in favor of the people who are supporting you. If your supporters are not there, you would not be where you are.
Yeah.
So she has a very successful career, and she has reached at the top probably she thinks that she did that on her own. Yes, she put in the effort. She's very talented. She, yeah, she's very amusing. Her talent is very amusing, but without fans, she would not have been that big.
But also, remember, her fans, like they were harassing her boyfriend, saying he is bad, he is a racist, and she was totally into him, and she didn't want to hear any bad thing on him. So I think that this is why all the way she decided to.
Go crazy onto her fans.
So you really think she told those fans those words because they didn't support her in loving that boy?
Yeah.
That's what you think. Okay, for me, what I think, Doja Cat shouldn't have replied that way. Just because those fans didn't like that boy. I don't think so.
Well, maybe she had depression. You know, most of these girls, girls like Doja Cat, in other
their normal life, they have situationships that where maybe they have problems. Some people are saying that she's having a psychotic breakdown. Probably, maybe that's what's been causing the situation. And but what I also think on top her boyfriend is that this guy is very problematic. According to the stories, to the sources, to different sources, it's true that he might have been racist and done other things, you know, allegedly. But I think you're not supposed to project your anger onto another person. If you're angry with a particular person, as we were saying onto Cardi B, you're not supposed to project your anger onto other people.
Yeah.
And you're not, I think she's not right about trying to shame her fans being her fans, you know. These people have dedicated their lives onto loving her, onto loving her music. They see her as their icon. They see her as their role model.
Their idol.
Yeah, they see her as their idol. Yeah. Then, if you bully people who are idolizing you, I don't get it. I don't really understand the reason behind that. You know, you're destroying their world.
This isn't the first time that Doja Cat did this.
No, it's not the first time. She's done it several times. And she's still successful.
So this is why she doesn't change, because she is still successful even though she make mistakes.
No consequences.
No consequences.
Damn.
Like, if she doesn't face any consequences, then she will never know to change herself, to be a good person.
So it's not right.
And also, I don't think that asking for forgiveness, maybe it will be just an act.
Yeah, it would be an act for sure. Because she doesn't regret anything she says. She's, I don't know her persona, but she's very, very persistent with her decisions. When she says something, she never regrets it. When she does a thing, she never regrets it, which I don't think is right, because anyone can make a mistake. And when you make a mistake, you have to put in efforts. You have to put in the effort to try to change. You have to try at least to make sure that you show you show the people that you have heart, that you are remorseful. You have to have remorse.
But tell me something. She have grown up rich
I don't
in a
know.
rich family. She seems like she doesn't know how to be poor. Like a person who have grown from poor to rich, when he or she is going to do something, he or she thinks, what if I return back to my big
Yeah.
poor?
But you know,
What if when you grew in
Well,
rich,
yeah.
you don't know how to be poor, and you don't know if you can ever be poor?
okay, on that point, I may disagree with you somehow. Because sometimes you can also grow in poor. But when you become rich, sometimes you can forget it.
I hear you.
Some people forget where they come from.
Yeah, maybe.
So we can say that it's because maybe she has grown in a poor family.
But probably people
Yeah, sometimes it can
people who never regret anything,
be. Yeah, they are.
Are rich.
They are rich.
they are
people.
rich.
So money is a problem.
Yeah, money is a problem.
And they're also not facing all those consequences after doing something very despicable like
my take is that because she grew up in America, she grew up in the Westerners, she has never faced any hardships, like real punishments, like the real punishments here in Africa. She has never faced anything like that. Probably because I think that for those people who are punished, who had canes, canes in their lives, they have remorse. You know where to draw the line. You know what's to be said and what's not to be said. I think her being raised from America, her being from the Western, gives her an influence that's not right. I think it's because of the culture where she grew up.
But if she was to be punished, it will start on the fans. Like they should start unfollowing him and following her.
Yeah, they should, but they also did. She, within one day, she lost about 600,000 of followers. Probably she's going to lose more as of time.
She should lose like 2 million so as to regain her mind to think well.
Yeah, probably cause she's about to release her debut album, her other album. I think the streams will be low. Fans that will listen to that album will be few.
You know what?
The numbers will be very
Before
bad.
I heard this news, I was a big fan of Doja Cat, and I liked her in every way. I saw her perfect, good, nice voice, everything perfect. But now,
I hear you.
these guys are good at pretending
yeah,
They're
they
very
pretend.
good.
so that they can create many fans.
Yeah, they're very good. So for me, when the moment I knew Doja Cat, I heard of her as a producer and as an artist, because she creates, she produces her own beats. She's very good at rapping. She's very good at singing, and I saw her as a very good figure into music. She has the package, full package, you know, the face, yeah, she's very gorgeous, you can tell. The talent, top notch,
Size
everything.
and outfits, they are best.
She's
The
very
best that
good.
I like about her.
She's natural,
Also,
but then it turns out she's very also a natural at bullying.
and also, I didn't know this because she is funny. she has stories. Probably if you like to stalk her on Instagram, she has some
Yeah, she always
conversations with fans.
yeah, with her fans, she's always on the live.
Yeah, she seems friendly.
That's what people also ask themselves, that if she doesn't like her fans, why is she always on Instagram live talking to her fans? It doesn't make sense.
Maybe that's
Maybe.
pretending.
Oh shit. But she's always promoting her brand.
Yeah,
She doesn't care.
to get something you want, you can do anything.
But even if she pretends, why doesn't she keep pretending until she did this?
Yeah, I think everybody has a break point.
So this brings us to what I said before. It is because of her boyfriend.
So she showed her anger because of her boyfriend.
Yeah, but
Because
you
people
can
did
say
not
that
support
before
her.
she also loved her fans, but this thing triggered her anger.
When the doctor is about to treat the tumor, he or she has to touch on it, has to put pressure on it. I think that when fans try to it's going to be like the fans are the doctors, and the boyfriend, I'm sorry, it's not the tumor.
There's also a saying that says that the truth always hurts.
Damn. Facts. That's a
And that
fact.
was the fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. The truth always hurts. You know, when the fans told her about the boyfriend, she was very hurt, deeply hurt, because it was true.
Maybe she also saw it.
She knows. What lessons can we learn from this? You know, I think that we always have to appreciate the people who supported us from the very beginning. We always have to remember that they have spent their whole time trying to put everything they would in us so that we can survive, so that we can become the people we are today. We have to always remember that these people had an opportunity. They had a choice. If they wanted, they would have not done this, but then they chose to support us no matter what. So we have to always respect them, and we always have to recognize them. That's what I think.
I can also say that no matter where you come from, don't forget those who helped you. And no matter where you reach, always remember who helped me to take every step of my life. Because yeah, you have that passion of making what you want, but always remember that your fans are your supportive effort. Yeah, that's it.
As for me, I might say that the most reason that I got from this, especially for Doja Cat, I can say that always try to understand the truth and take it as it is. And also, I learned that everyone must learn to control her temper or his temper, so as to avoid many consequences. I know it can be hard, but one must try to do so. And also, as for the events of Cardi B, I can say that everyone must be serious before performing. Like, maybe she was joking and she said that when she didn't know that anyone could do it, or she was joking probably. So everyone should be serious and be sure of what they say.
Yeah, you must mean what you say.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's all for me.
Yeah. So, see you in the next time. See you in the next video. I hope you have enjoyed everything we have said here. We have tried to talk about it in our sense, according to our thoughts. This is not from the media, but the stories we talked about are from the media. They are all over the place. So, see you the next time. Ciao.
Bye.